Hey Drakeys, do you ever question God's plan for your life? Do you ever feel like He's leading you in a certain direction but you just can't see how? Well, today's story is for you. It's a story about a man called Abraham who questioned God's plan for him. But in the end, he trusted God and everything worked out for him. Abraham had a son when he was very old. His wife Sarah was too old to have children. But God made it happen because nothing is impossible for God. And Abraham loved his son Isaac more than anything in the world. One day God spoke to Abraham and asked him to do something very difficult. He asked him to take his son, his only son Isaac, and sacrifice him. Abraham was shocked. He couldn't believe what he heard. But he knew that God had a plan for him. So he got up early the next morning, got some wood and a knife, and set out with his son. As they walked, Isaac carried the wood for the fire, and Abraham carried the knife. They walked in silence, and Abraham was sad. He couldn't believe he would have to do what God had asked him to do. When they arrived at the place where the altar was, Abraham built a fire and laid the wood on it. Then he took his son Isaac and tied him up. He placed him on the altar, and his hands were shaking as he reached for the knife. At that moment Isaac cried out, "Father, I'm scared. What are you doing?" Abraham looked at his son and said, "God has asked me to sacrifice you." Isaac was very scared, but he trusted his father. He closed his eyes and said, "Father, do what God has asked you to do." Just then, a voice boomed from heaven. "Abraham, I have heard you. Know you love your son. You were willing to sacrifice him, but now I have provided a ram for you to sacrifice instead." Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a thicket nearby. He ran over to the ram, and just like the voice had said, it was perfect for the sacrifice. Abraham was very happy. He thanked God for providing the ram. He named that place Peniel, which means God has seen my affliction, and he built an altar there. From that day on, Abraham knew that God would always provide for him and his descendants, and so will God do for you. That's all for today's Reikis. See you next time.